Lacrosse, a sport of endurance and grit, lost to time. Few know its origins, but yet where did it come from? And how did it become what it is now? For that, you can thank the Native Americans, who developed early stickball games in the Americas as both a pastime and a religious ceremony.
Well, it's called the Creator's Game for a reason, because it is the Creator's Game, so that's kind of a little mystical, but we don't really know who the Creator is. Whatever that may be. It's also called the Medicine Game, so it's a healing game. So it's the Creator's Game and it's the Medicine Game. It's kind of interchangeable, and it has a lot of lore associated in the Native American cultures, etc. And I would ask you, the interviewer, to look into the history a little bit on the internet and see the stories that come out of the creation of the game of lacrosse. That being said, again, it was used as a healing game. Lacrosse teams would play, or lacrosse players would play, Native Americans would play on fields miles and miles long to settle disputes or to heal the sick, etc. So it was used mostly for medicine, but then it became a sport, and here we are today.
As Europeans came into the Americas, they took quite an interest in the stickball games that Native Americans played there. Although it was a small interest, it was steadily growing, and many wealthy Europeans who came to us liked the idea and brought them back with them to Europe. The America of the game.
So the history of the game of lacrosse here in New Mexico is actually really fascinating. The English and Spanish and French settlers actually saw Native American people, the first peoples of New Mexico, playing the sport, and it reminded them of games from the old country called stickball. And so what they did is that they modified what they saw the Native Americans playing. And they created these lacrosse sticks that have the kind of netting that we now see in the modern game of lacrosse. And they made up rules with more boundaries, a little bit more, just a little bit more of a structure to the game than we saw with the Native American population when it was playing it. Thanks.
It never has really died out. Honestly, it's been growing, and I've been involved in it for over 30 years. Lacrosse has been around, obviously, since the dawn of time. It hasn't died out, but it's been slow to grow here in New Mexico. But we're changing that here as you're taking part in every day.
During the mid-19th century, lacrosse gradually became more and more violent due to bets, riots, hostilities between Native American tribes, and other things of the sort. A bunch of Canadians up north decided to take it upon themselves. They did so by introducing new rules about fighting, aggressive play, and other things like that. And eventually, lacrosse grew in Canada more and more until it became Canada's official national sport to go ahead and civilize the game.
And then Canadians, when they came over, they found out how it worked and they thought it was pretty fun. So then they made it into a less physical game. They didn't die as much. And then it's been growing and growing until it is now.
Well, I've only played for 2 years now, and I've really enjoyed playing the sport with our coaches. It's really small here. There's only 3 teams, so I haven't been able to play much long, but working at home has been fun, and I feel like I've learned a lot in the matter of 2 years. In the future, I feel like it'll become part of a lot of schools. It'll be something that is always happening, and it'll be something like basketball, hopefully, in the future, and I hope that we'll be able to really grow it in the state and have multiple teams and a team for every school.
Well, it's all about you guys. So I'm here, started out playing in Pennsylvania, and it's my favorite game in the world. I have a son on your team, and that got me interested to help his coaches. And I think it all starts with the kids, and let's get you guys out on the field. So I think it's very important. Start young and stay with the game.